Hello and welcome to Building a Sales and Marketing Dashboard, a video series brought to you by Continuify. My name is Josh and I'm the founder of Continuify, a fractional marketing operations brand that focuses exclusively within the HubSpot ecosystem and integrated marketplace for SaaS B2B brands. This series is a total of 6 short videos that shares how to set up your very own sales, marketing, and customer success dashboards and reports so that you can measure the effectiveness of your strategies, optimize for those that are working, and scale the revenue of your SaaS brand. In this 4th chapter of the series, it's all things sales. Marketing has delivered you sales qualified leads or fingers crossed meetings that are booked on your calendar. How well are you doing at closing them? Let's figure out how. Jumping right into it, revenue metrics are the lifeblood of a SaaS brand. As the quote says, money solves all your problems, so measuring how you're either growing it or losing it matters. First off, total revenue, usually shared in a SaaS environment as ARR. This number is everything. ARR is used for getting you a series investor, setting up your IPO, or potentially selling your platform. Think of this number as the beating heart of your SaaS brand. Breaking this number down by month, again in SaaS MRR, allows you to understand a more timely dimension of how you are scaling. MRR can help you understand if you need to hire additional staff or purchase additional software to add to your tech stack to fuel future growth. Thinking in reverse, good leading indicators are sales targets and forecasting, which is the idea of measuring how your sales team is currently performing and moving toward future outcomes. 3 overall numbers that greatly impact the margins of your software, as well as the payback period in which you pay off the cost of acquiring your new customers, are average deal size, customer acquisition costs, and customer lifetime value. If your sales team is well trained and versed in your platform capabilities, the hope is they'll be selling larger deals for your platform. If you're unable to close big deals, the next best way to increase your margins and reduce your payback period is by reducing your customer acquisition costs. By digging into the data and understanding the engagements customers took before buying, you can find the patterns of which ones had the greatest impact and the least, and remove any costs that don't lead to great performance. Lastly, customer lifetime value, or LTV, is a great overall predictor of the future success of your SaaS platform. The truth is, SaaS doesn't make much money off large ticket items, but reoccurring income paid month over month or annually. The longer you can provide value to your customers, the higher your customer lifetime value. Too low, and you won't make back what it costs to obtain your customers. Thinking more closely about your actual sales team and not the performance of your brand overall, next up, sales department metrics. The fact is, using leading indicators like quotas, you'll be able to signal if you're going to have a good or bad quarter. Breaking this quota down by conversion rates, not only by new deals created, close won, and close lost, will allow you to understand how well your sales team is moving people through the sales process, as well as understand what your actual quota needs to be to obtain certain outcomes and goals. If you are seeing several close-loss deals, looking into the data and creating a section on your sales dashboard to show pipeline drop-off can help you train your team better, such as better objection handling or understanding of your platform capabilities. Lastly, monitoring your closed-won deals day can allow you to find the patterns for your industry's best buying period, as well as slow periods where you need to financially brace yourself and weather the storm. This report is probably the most influential for early stages in your SaaS journey because you could potentially be putting a lot of stress on your sales team when they aren't closing enough deals, but the reality is you could be in a slow season of your industry and your customers just aren't prepared to buy. Nothing kills sales momentum like unrealistic expectations. Once you have your closed won date, you can then determine your average sales cycle length, which gives you a benchmark of how fast or slow deals close so that you can monitor individual deals and understand if they are making progress or stalling. Now that we've analyzed the entire sales department, let's break it down even further by individual sales rep. The best visual for this, especially in a dashboard, is a comparison chart where you take individual metrics for each sales rep and display them in a table format so that you can easily see who's doing the right activities that will fuel future growth. Thinking back to leading versus lagging indicators, over the years, sales have gotten really good at connecting these two indicators. Sales can easily look back and see what revenue was created last quarter and year, but also clearly know what activities made that revenue possible, including phone calls, emails, reaching out on LinkedIn, demos, and other meetings. Understanding how many of each of these activities is necessary to close a customer can set future benchmarks to know if your current deals are on par or, again, stalling. Rolling up on all these activities on an individual sales rep basis, you can then assign a sales productivity or efficiency score that you can then use the sales competitive nature to gamify the entire sales process and reward those who perform the best. Lastly, understanding all these individual parts can help you to understand when you need to hire new sales reps as well as customer success reps as the workload grows. Having these benchmarks in place then also helps you to understand when new employees are hired if they are getting up to speed or lacking the skills necessary to perform at the level you need for your SaaS brand to grow and will need additional training. Now that we have a strong dashboard and can not only share what has happened, but also forecast potential futures, let's move on to the customer success and measure the performance of what happens after someone purchases your SaaS platform. Can't wait to see you there.